All right, with that being said, bud, we're going to move on Friday night in Mexico on DAZN. We go from the 168-pounders to the 122-pounders. We had Murodjon Akhmadaliev versus Luis Castillo. Akhmadaliev.
I'm impressed.
You like that?
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. I'm impressed. You said that. Can you say that 5 times fast?
I can't, but I would love to hear you say it 5 times fast.
MJ. See, that's where experience comes in, Rich. You know, I'm always talking about the
Work
fighters.
smarter, not harder.
Yeah, the experience. That's experience. MJ. I'll say it again. MJ. And I'm not talking about Michael Jordan.
That's right. Well, MJ, the WBA interim champ, we know the king at 122 is the monster Inoue, but it was this is a solid world champion here. It wasn't the most action-packed fight. A little tactical at the beginning. The southpaw MJ moving around, controlling distance, controlling range. Beautiful placed body shot, believe in the 5th round, scored the knockdown. Scores another knockdown after that. And then the 8th round, the corner stops the fight. Castillo never had a chance. Seemed like he was just trying to survive. In the end, the win sets up the huge fight versus the monster, Naoya Inoue. Before we get to, I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think of MJ in this fight? And give us a quick little tease and preview of maybe what we can expect for that upcoming clash versus Inoue.
Yeah, listen, MJ, what's he, 15-1 now?
He's 14-1 now with 11 knockouts, and since his only loss, he has won 3 fights in a row, all 3 by knockout now.
Yeah, his only loss was a split decision to a former world champion, Tapales.
Yes, a 2-weight world champion. That loss, as you said, came in 2023, Marlon Tapales.
And it was a split decision. Look, this guy is a guy with the amateur background. He's got the amateur pedigree. This is a mature, serious, solid guy. Physically strong. He's a southpaw. He's a good puncher. He doesn't waste anything. He's very deliberate in his approach. He slowly, takes the air out of the room by carefully putting pressure on. He's not reckless. He's got good legs. He controls range really well, going in and out, changing range. That helps him defensively. It helps him offensively. He does that like Lomachenko did it. Not as good as Lomachenko. I don't know if anybody does legs as good as Lomachenko at his best did. And Lomachenko was better because he not only went in and out, he went to the sides. He went in, out, side, in. I mean, he was a magician with his legs. He was a ballet artist with his legs. But MJ uses them well. He doesn't waste anything. As my son said, he's got good eyes. He places punches really accurately, especially to the body. He throws a beautiful left uppercut to the liver. Beautiful, from the southpaw position. Usually you see that punch from the orthodox position with the conventional left hook to the liver. He does it with a left uppercut to the liver. He gets range. He delivers it, again, very accurately, flawlessly. He is a serious guy. He's not the busiest guy in the world, but that makes him a problem too. I kind of laughed. One of the commentators, I don't know who the guy was, but the blow-by-blow guy, I had to laugh when he said, "Oh, hey, this would never work against Inoue." What are you talking about? Why? He's got to throw more punches for you to give him a chance against Inoue? Where did you get your boxing diploma from? What school was that? I'd like to know. So he's going to have a better chance, in your estimation, to beat Inoue because he should be throwing a lot more punches. For me, that would go against his chances because then he'd have a better chance of getting caught. I think he's got a better chance to be very competitive in this Inoue because he doesn't throw reckless punches and too many punches where he he gives Inoue a lesser chance to catch him as he's throwing those punches.
And he's a southpaw.
Yeah, and he's a southpaw. He's very select with what he throws. And when he throws, it's accurate. It's at the right place, at the right time, in the right position. He's not throwing, like you say, more punches where he might throw from too far away or too many in one spot, where Inoue, who's great at timing guys, would time him in between a fourth punch. Inoue won't have that opportunity because this guy is selective. He is smart. He is calculating. That's what gives him a chance. That's the opposite of what whoever he was. The opposite. That's what gives him a chance for me. Yeah, could he get out hustled? But in his mind, he won't get out hustled. You know why? Because his control with his legs of range takes care of his defense where you're not landing on him. He's making you miss. And then he's back in position looking again in a very calculating, very controlled way of placing the punches without being reckless, without giving up defense. The one thing I see a problem with his legs, and I gave him nothing but kudos for his legs. Now I got to give him a little correction. His legs are good, but he goes back too many steps in a row back. He'll go back 2-3 steps in a row. You don't do that. You don't do that. When you go back 2-3 steps in a row, you give a guy like Inoue and he'll pick up on it. Oh my goodness, he'll pick up on it fast. Where he'll follow you. He'll follow you tight. Not follow you loose where you go back and you can counter him coming in. But he'll follow you tight. Whereas you go back 2-3 in a row, you're still in that track. You're still on that path of straight in front of him. He'll catch you. You should go back one step, then counter, then get off to the side, then move your head, something. But you can't go back 2 or 3 in a row. With the wrong fighter, you can pay a price. And Inoue would probably be the wrong fighter too. But I see him as giving in, or he can punch. Again, he doesn't waste anything. His defense is good. He's got the amateur background. He's a southpaw. He places punches like a surgeon. That's an interesting fight. That's an interesting fight. Look, he broke down Castillo. He broke down a guy with 38 fights, a game Castillo, very game, but he kind of broke him down brick by brick. Just, and that's why it wasn't a scintillating fight the first 3-4 rounds, but he was taking bricks away. And then all of a sudden, the whole freaking foundation collapsed. To me, that's what he did. And when you're taking brick by brick, it's not exciting. It's not. I'm the first one to admit that. But then all of a sudden, when the house falls, that kind of gets your attention. Anyway, that's what I saw. He does zero in on the left. He'll throw the right hook too, which could be the most dangerous punch for a southpaw because orthodox fighters aren't used to seeing the right hook come from the peripheral that it comes from with the southpaw. So that could be a dangerous punch. He uses that too, but he loves the left hand to the body and then down the middle. That is his go-to. That's his go-to. That's the one he's looking to catch you with. And Inoue's going to know that. Inoue's going to look to take that away from him. But I give him a shot in that fight.